March 22nd, 2022. Halfcast 266, episode 266. Let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. An evening of reflection. Shall we? Thieves allegedly nabbed $50,000 worth of gas from convenience store using remote. So you can allegedly steal $50 worth of gas. You can allegedly steal $500 worth of gas, but $50,000 is really an either you did it or you didn't type of situation. The issue of gas theft continues to spread across the U.S., with managers at one Colorado station claiming that roughly 5,000 gallons were allegedly stolen from his pumps. The incident occurred at the T-Square convenience store in Aurora, Colorado on March 14th, according to NBC affiliate KDVR. The station's manager claims to have caught a gang of thieves allegedly stealing around 2,000 gallons of standard gasoline and around 3,000 gallons of diesel fuel, amounting to roughly $50,000. All those Mad Max days aren't as far away as we thought they were, huh? According to the report, the video showed the suspects arriving at the gas station in a moving truck and somehow pumping thousands of gallons of gas into tanks in the back of the vehicle without paying. Store manager Marty Baca told the news station that she believed that some sort of remote was used to pull off the theft. Or maybe, hear me out, she hits the button and goes on an early lunch. I thought it had just come out of the ground, a likely story, but it didn't. Baca told KDVR they just pumped it right out of the pumps because they set up a remote control. Baca said she believed that the suspects had a working knowledge of the store's gas pump systems, allowing them to get fuel without paying, though no one at the store is quite sure how. According to the report, the group was parked at the station for a few hours while the alleged theft took place. Management at the gas station said that they had reached out to the police about the incident and were expecting officers to come by on Monday. The Aurora Police Department told KDXR that it had received a call from T-Square and that they were not aware of any gas theft rings active in the area. Yeah, because they're always going to call ahead and let everybody know when they're coming. Mighty fine police work. With gas prices surging to historic levels across the U.S. and the world, gas theft has become increasingly common. Manager Jerry Thiel explained that he noticed a van on security footage conspicuously parking over the station's underground storage tanks on 3 occasions. He believed the vehicle had a trap door, allowing the suspects to allegedly siphon fuel out of the tanks with the hose. He also caught the van seemingly attempted a fourth heist, but was able to chase them away. North Carolina police ID'd 2 women accused of spending over $37,000 using stolen credit cards. 2 men also sought. Hey, somebody has to carry the bags, right? 2 women who are accused of spending more than $35,000 using stolen credit cards have been identified, and North Carolina police say 2 young men are also part of their ring. Oh, what you won't do. The women made fraudulent purchases at a Lowe's home improvement store at 2115 Matthews Township Parkway on February 3rd, according to police in Matthews, which is south of Charlotte. The women are also suspected of using stolen credit cards while making other purchases in the area that exceeded $37,000, police said. Earlier this month, Matthews police announced they figured out the identity of the 2 women thanks to numerous tips we received. Police also said their investigation led to 2 other suspects. Nowhere does it say the 2 guys made any purchases at all, nor were they allowed to. Oh, look at this group here. You can tell they just sexual tension the hell out of these young boys into doing everything, all the heavy lifting. Tina Marie Alexander, 44, and Latasha Lynn Hunt, 41, are facing warrants for identity theft and obtaining property by false pretense, according to police. Police also said Aaron Blake Calder, 18, poor thing, and John Michael Driggers, 21, you should know better, are also wanted on the same charges, police said. Florida man allegedly killed by friend and ex girlfriend. A Florida man was found dead in the trunk of his car after allegedly being killed by his best friend and ex girlfriend after he discovered they were in a relationship. This is foul, but it's not kill your friend foul. Melvin Ray Wilcox, 39, was found dead March 18th after being reported as missing for several days. He was last seen in the community of Pine Hills, which is near Orlando. Wilcox had been shot in the head and twice in the area of his neck and shoulder, according to local authorities. LaShawn Triplett, 43, the mother of the victim's child, and Johnny Wesley, 42, Wilcox's friend, have been charged with first-degree murder with a firearm. The victim bumped into the suspects at the Central Florida Fair in Orlando on March 13th, according to WKMG-TV. Wilcox started arguing with his friend once Wesley told him he had started seeing Triplett a year earlier. It would not be unlikely to assume that they were either messing around with each other or at the very least flirting with each other way before them two had even broken up. Yeah, I was gonna tell you, man, but COVID and everything, after reviewing around 10 hours of CCTV footage, police said the victim entered Wesley's home at around 2 a.m. on March 15th. There is no footage of Wilcox leaving. Later, several people were seen trying to move Wilcox's Honda Civic. Once the lights in the home were turned off, they had to start the car with jumper cables. A man was then seen driving the car away, and Wesley was observed returning home on foot about an hour later. He placed two large trash bags in his own car, drove away, and came home 15 minutes later. The police suspect that Wilcox was shot at the home and his body was moved into the car. They said that bullet holes, blood remnants, and a 9mm casing was found during a search. The authorities said the victim's mother reported her son's car as stolen and that she was aware of his argument with Wesley. It's not like they were going to stop seeing each other just because he found out. There was absolutely no reason to kill this man. The victim told his mother that he was visiting a different friend, but the person said he never arrived. She contacted Wesley, and he allegedly told her that Wilcox arrived at his house, started another argument, and then left in his car. Wesley claimed he had to jumpstart Wilcox's car because it had a dead battery. Both suspects are being held at Orange County Jail and were denied bond. Police said the investigation is ongoing. California woman accused of killing husband in 2015 captured in Mexico. When you need a vacation without the bay, a woman who police say fled the country after killing her husband in 2015 has been captured in Mexico and returned to San Bernardino County. CBS Los Angeles reports Letitia Smith, 40, is being held at San Bernardino County's West Valley Detention Center on $2 million bail, sheriff's officials said Monday. Well, she killed her husband and just thought she was going to enjoy single life in Cancun for the next 7 years. Just figure things out. I just need to figure things out. Smith was named as the suspect in the murder of her husband, 35-year-old Antoine Smith. The couple lived together with their young daughters in Victorville, where neighbors reported hearing them fight loudly on a regular basis. Several calls were made to the sheriff's department on May 10th, 2015, when Antoine had not been heard from in several days, and his friends and co-workers became concerned after receiving text messages from his cell phone that did not sound like him. I'm fine, guys, according to San Bernardino County Sheriff's officials. Antoine Smith was reported as a missing person on May 11th, and when deputies went to his home the next day to conduct a welfare check, they found his dead body. Smith had been shot multiple times. Letitia Smith, however, was nowhere to be found, and authorities say investigators found evidence that she fled to Mexico with their two daughters, who were at the time 8 and 4 years old. What was she telling her daughters? Because I'm pretty sure they kept asking her why their daddy isn't on vacation with them or something. Who's your new friend that's not daddy, mommy? Cold case investigators took up the case last December and, with the help of Mexican authorities, found Smith living in Rosarita, Mexico. Investigators worked with the Department of Justice to have Smith arrested on an extraditable warrant for Antoine's murder. Smith was arrested in Mexico without incident, and her daughters were found to be safe. On March 4th, U.S. Marshals took custody of Smith and brought her back to San Bernardino County. She is scheduled to make her next appearance in court on April 4th. Fun show. Fun show. Fun show. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I'll be sure to talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.